Hello everyone, this is Pankaj from ABC of Data Analyst. I have come up with the fifth module on Tableau Training. Today we'll discuss about what are Bluefields, that is a discrete data, and Greenfields, that is a continuous data. So first understand what are green and blue fields in Tableau. Blue fields in Tableau indicate discrete fields. What do you mean by discrete field? These fields typically contain categorical or qualitative data. For example, fields like country, region, category, or any field that contains distinct and non-continuous data will be represented by blue fields in Tableau. When you drag a green field onto it's going to be a blue. When you drag a blue field onto a view, Tableau usually creates a header or discrete access for these fields. So let me just check how we'll get. These are your discrete data. If I take this here, you can see it is a blue in color, right? This is a qualitative data, but this is a discrete data, categorical data. If I put the customer name in the rows, get the customer name like this, or you can get the customer name like this. Suppose if I'm also taking like a segment, I'll put it into a column. So they are consumer, corporate, and home office. These are the blue field. This is a discrete data. It's not a continuous data. As soon as I bring the segment quantity or sales or profit, just in any one of these, you will see all these data will be changed. So this is called a Bluefields data. I hope you guys understood. Later on, I'll come with more examples so you will understand. If I remove the segment, suppose if I'm taking the locations, right? So consumer, corporate, and home office been broken down into two location, that is Canada and United States. So you can understand what is a discrete data. Discrete data, whenever you drag and drop in the column or rows, any one of these, it shows you blue in color. So it becomes discrete. Now I'm going to show you the continuous data. So first understand what are continuous data. What are green and blue fields in Tableau? You understood green fields now. Green fields in the Tableau represent continuous field. This field generally contain quantitative measurable data. Example include fields like sales amount, temperature, height, age, weight, or any field with numerical values. When you drag a blue field onto a when you drag a green field onto a view, Tableau typically generates continuous access for these fields. Right? Let's just see yourself. Here's a segment, here's a customer name. So we want to name which customer through which segment generated a profit, or what are the quantity, right? So suppose if I am going to see the sales amount, I'll put it here, right? You can see Aragon brand, this is a consumer segment, sales is 886, right? This is called tooltip. Whenever put your cursor over here, it will gives you all the information about that data. Customer's name is here, you can see Ann Hawkins. Segment is a corporate segment, and the sales amount is 1745. So it shows now green in color. Suppose I'm taking out the customer's name from here. I have a segment and sales. Segments, this is a consumer, corporate, and home office. So you can see consumer has got highest number of sales, uh, just approximately uh, 1,70,660, and this next one is corporate, which is 7,15,806, and home office is 4,40,068. If I'll take as a suppose I'm taking as a sales also. So you can see segment wise your sales and profit both are given. If I remove the segment, for example, I'll put the sales over here, right? And I remove the sales, I'll take the profit here, right? So it gives you the aggregate value of total sales of profit of 2,92,000, because Tableau do not break it down, right? When you are only using the green field. So what I'll do, I'll put here order date, order ID, product. I'll put the product on the column, for example. So you can see, and if I put the product in the row, so it will show row wise furniture is at 97,000 profit, and this is this one. And if I want to show in a different colors, what I'll do, I'll put the category here. This is my category, right? I'll I will not drag it. I'll just press the control and drag it on the color, right? So you will see a different color. The larger the symbol, the more the sales and the profit. And here you can see the category wise different. So these are the blue fields and green fields in Tableau. So I hope you understood. Next, I'm going to draw some of the data types can both be discrete and continuous depending on data types. For example, weight if mentioned as a heavy weight, medium weight, and low weight. Where it does not represent with any numerical values, on that time it becomes a discrete data. But if the same data comes with a measurable value like 70 kg, 60 kg, 50 kg, or pounds, then it becomes continuous data. Similarly, for age, if age is a low age, young age, adult age, middle age, it becomes a discrete. But if it is a 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, and so on, it becomes a continuous. Similarly, for height, low height, medium height, it becomes a discrete. But if it is a 170 centimeter, 160 centimeter, 180 centimeter, or uh, if it is a 6 feet, 5 feet, 4 feet, whatever, so on that time it becomes a continuous. So similarly for age, height, date, or any other data depends on how it represented. Here you can see these I've shown with the here, right? What is a continuous data and discrete data? Hmm. It will be here, and it will be here. Similarly, it will be here, and it will be here. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. Actually, I'm not getting a time to make all these after working. So now you can see I've also shown, I've dragged the two things here, country, region, and segment, and you have seen that they both are in blue color. So I've already explained you what are green fields and blue fields. Here it is a green field, that is a continuous data. Here segment wise, total sales, sum of sales we have represented. So here both are green fields. I've only taken the sales and the profit. So sales and profit is shown without the aggregate value of total together, which I've already shown in my this graph. So what I'll do, I'll remove the profit from here. I'll keep the category. Category wise, you can see sales here, furniture sales, office supplies, and these. Now this Somi pane will explain whenever you're putting any data over here, some of the graphs you can see it's become highlighted. That means you can represent this data through this highlighted graph. Rest are gray out. That means you cannot represent this data through these graphs, which we also are going to cover later on. You can see this is a heat maps. This is a text tables like a table format. This is your highlight tables. This is your pie charts. This is bar graph. This is a stack column. This is your tree map. This is your circle views. This is your whiskers and plots, box and whisker plot. This is your bubble charts. So this data can be represented. If you want to see, I'll show you. Suppose I want to stack column. So in one bar you can see the furniture sales, the office supplies, and the technology. What I'll do, I'll put the category here, and you can see, right? And if along with the category, if I broke it down, then you can see, and if I press the control and take it into the color, so you can see the colors been changes, right? So it is if you the maximum color or the categories is a 25. So if you go beyond that, you will see the repetition of the same color. So colorful representation is only very much applicable if it is a small number of category. If it is a large number, then choose accordingly. So this way we have shown you the furniture, subcategories and technology, a category and subcategory. If you take your cursor here, these are called tooltips: office supplies, binders. Categories office supplies, subcategories binders, and sale is 2 lakh 7. Again, you office supplies. This is your category, and these are the. There are four categories in furniture. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 categories, and there are four categories in technology. You can also represent it through bubble charts, technological phone, office supplies. So you will see these colors are for office supplies, these are for furniture, four categories, and these colors are for technology. So it contains both categories and subcategories here. If I take it with the whisker plots, you can see by here, upper whiskers is highest, upper whisker is this much, but lower hinge is this one. So you can understand. So through this highlighted part, you will able to represent this particular data. Now, if I take away this one again from here, right, and what I'll do, I will show the profit. I'll put the profit here, right, or if I put it in a row, we'll get like this one. I'll remove the subcategory from here, and I'll bring the segment on the columns, right, or segment on here and some of profit on the columns. So you can see, if I want to present this one through this one, you can give, if I present this one in this way, or I'll take the segment back here. You can see again in this way. You can see consumer is a bigger circle, corporate is smaller than consumer, and home office is smaller than home corporate. So in this way, this data can be represented. So these are the blue. You can see Greenfield continuous data and Bluefields is the discrete data. So I hope you understood. Do not consider this as a discrete and continuous. Only focus here and here. What color is this? So that you can understand this is a discrete or what. Suppose I'm removing all these date. If I take a ship date, for example, right? I'll put it in rows. These are the different year. This is showing in a discrete. Here is a numerical value, but why it's showing in a discrete? We can show the date both as a discrete and continuous. Here, if you click here, you can see the discrete has been selected and continuous is not selected. So first portion is for the discrete and the second portion of the same is for continuous. If I select the continuous, it becomes green. And then I'll put it profit here. So over the time, you can see the profit here. I'll show in the line graph. So 2020, there's a profit. Then you can see the profit. I'll remove this one from here. I'll close it so you can have a larger page for the visualization. This is your canvas. So I hope you understood what are the discrete and continuous and how the date can both be taken as a in a both way, discrete and continuous. If I just select this one, right, so you can see it's showing a value year of ship date, so it will give you the aggregate value from 2020 to 2024. And if I broke it down, right, quarterly, so this is the data. You can see it's a discrete. Again, what I'll do, I'll change it to continuous. You can see, so we can represent both this data, right. The date can be both represented as a discrete and a continuous, that is a blue field and the green field. So this is one of the thing, and I hope you like this video. If you have any question, please leave a comment so we can help you out. Thank you for watching this video. I'll again come up with the uh, more inputs on the discrete and continuous on each and every categories of data. So it is not only for the beginners, it's for the beginner, intermediate, advanced, and for the data scientist. Because once you're doing the high end of data analysis, you have to understand how you want to put those data. If it is in discrete, you want to see them as in continuous form, as a continuous data, or you want to keep it in a discrete value. Some of the data, like as a height, if it's a medium height, low height, we can understand it is a discrete. We cannot change into a continuous unless there is a value. But date is such a thing that we can be represented both. And one more thing I would like to tell you, wherever there's a plus sign, you will see that means this data can be broken down in a granular form. Suppose I'm removing this. If I month, week, and then date, you can see we broken down in that way. Or if you want to only see by the month, you can select the month wise. Or if you want to see only by the year, you can see in that way. So in that way you can see. And if you want to see in a discrete way, you can see in that way. So even in discrete, you can broken down into different categories. So I hope you like the video. Please leave your comment. I'll come up with the more videos on Tableau so that I want all of you to learn it in a very easy way and you can understand this one. Thank you for watching my video and thank you all of you for helping me to reach to 600 subscribers. Thank you everyone.